Announcer bot is active. The qualification session is at Autodromo di Umbria in Magione, Italy. Paul Elschner from Germany is P5 on streets. The qualifying session is now underway. Technolodite from United Kingdom is P1. Technolodite improved is P1 with a 143.947. Simon of the Desert from United States is P2 on streets. Simon of the Desert is provisional pole with a 142.596. Technolodite is P2. Octavio 67 is provisional pole with a 142.309. Ben Nash is provisional pole with a 138.564. Ten minutes remaining in the session. Simon of the Desert is P3 on streets. Simon of the Desert improved is P3 with a 141.829. 3.265 behind the leader. Paul Elschner is P3. Ben Nash from United Kingdom is P1 on streets. Technolodite is P6. Technolodite improved is P4 with a 141.157, 2.593 behind a leader. Ben Nash is P1. Ben Nash is provisional pole with a 137.652. Technolodite is P5. Technolodite improved is P4 with a 139.908, 2.256 behind a leader. Timo Z from Finland is P3. Best lap is a 139.438, 1.786 behind a leader. Timo Z improved is P3 with a 138.919, 1.267 behind a leader. Paul Elshner is P5. Five minutes remaining in the session. Paul Elshner improved is P4 with a 138.922, 1.270 behind a leader. Simon of the Desert is P2. Simon of the Desert improved is P2 with a 137.924, 0.272 behind a leader. Jonah Hacks from Denmark is P6 on streets. Best lap is a 139.991, 2.339 behind a leader. Jonah Hacks is provisional pole with a 137.539. Ben Nash is P2. Ben Nash is provisional pole with a 136.926. Simon of the Desert is P3. Technolodite is P6. Best lap is a 139.908. 2.982 behind a leader. Technolodite improved is P8 with a 139.329. 2.403 behind a leader. Timo Z is P4 on streets. Best lap is a 138.919. 1.993 behind a leader. Timo Z improved is P2 with a 136.938. 0.012 behind the leader. Timo 1 from United Kingdom is P6. Timo 1 improved is P4 with a 137.723. 0.797 behind the leader. Neil Pardo is P7 on streets. Best lap is a 139.140. 2.214 behind the leader. Jonah Hacks is P3. Best lap is a 137.539. 0.613 behind the leader. Timo 1 is P4 on streets. Best lap is a 137.723. 0.785 behind the leader. Neil Pardo is P7. Timo Z is P2. Timo Z is provisional pole with a 136.249. Timo 1 finished P4. Simon of the Desert is P5. The race session is at Autodromo di Umbria in Magione, Italy. Timo Z from Finland is P1 on streets. Ben Nash from United Kingdom is P2 on streets. Jonah Hacks from Denmark is P3 on streets. Timo 1 from United Kingdom is P4 on streets. Simon of the Desert from United States is P5 on streets. Paul Elschner from Germany is P6 on streets. Neil Pardo is P7 on streets. Race start. Jonah Hacks is P3. Ben Nash is P2. Timo 1 is P4. Ben Nash is P2. Timo Z is P3. Octavio 67 from Spain is P9. Timo Z is P4. Technolodide from United Kingdom is P7 on streets. Jonah Hacks is P2. Neil Pardo is P8. Jonah Hacks is P2, 0.6 seconds behind Ben Nash. Technolodide is P7, 1.1 seconds ahead of Neil Pardo. Best lap is a 1:49.454. 5.057 off the fastest lap. Jonah Hacks is P2, 0.4 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Technolodide is P7, 0.6 seconds behind Paul Elschner. Timo 1 from United Kingdom is P2, 0.7 seconds ahead of Jonah Hacks. Jonah Hacks is P3, 0.7 seconds behind Timo 1. Timo 1 is P2, 0.2 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P1 on streets, 0.6 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Neil Pardo is P8, 0.6 seconds behind Technolodide. Timo 1 is P2 0.7 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P1 0.5 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Technoludite is P7 0.1 seconds behind Paul Elshner. Jonah Hax is P3 0.8 seconds behind Timo 1. Timo 1 is P2 0.6 seconds behind Ben Nash. Technoludite is P7 0.9 seconds behind Paul Elshner. Timo 1 is P2 0.9 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P1 1.0 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Octavio 67 is P8 1.0 seconds ahead of Neil Pardo. Timo 1 is P2 1.0 seconds behind Ben Nash. Octavio 67 is P9. Timo 1 is P2 on streets 0.8 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash from United Kingdom is P1 1.0 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Paul Elshner is P6 on streets 0.7 seconds behind Simon of the Desert. Timo 1 is P2 0.4 seconds behind Ben Nash. Timo Z is P4 2.3 seconds behind Jonah Hax. Timo 1 is P2 0.6 seconds behind Ben Nash. Simon of the Desert is P5 1.8 seconds ahead of Paul Elshner. Timo 1 is P2 0.1 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P1 1.1 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P5 0.6 seconds ahead of Paul Elshner. Timo 1 is P2 1.0 seconds behind Ben Nash. Simon of the Desert is P6 0.5 seconds behind Paul Elshner. Timo 1 is P2 0.9 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P1 1.3 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Octavio 67 is P9. Ben Nash is P1 1.1 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Timo 1 is P2 0.6 seconds behind Ben Nash. Best lap is a 1:35.739. Ben Nash is P1 0.7 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Timo Z is P4 1.0 seconds behind Jonah Hacks. Timo 1 is P2 0.6 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash from United Kingdom is P1 battling Timo 1. Timo Z is P4 0.9 seconds behind Jonah Hacks. Timo 1 is P2 1.0 seconds behind Ben Nash. Timo Z is P4 0.8 seconds behind Jonah Hacks. Timo 1 is P2 0.5 seconds behind Ben Nash. Timo Z from Finland is P4 0.8 seconds behind Jonah Hacks. Timo 1 is P2 on streets 0.7 seconds behind Ben Nash. Jonah Hacks is P3 1.4 seconds ahead of Timo Z. Ben Nash is P1 1.0 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Jonah Hacks is P3 1.0 seconds behind Timo 1. Timo 1 is P2 0.3 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P1 0.7 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Timo Z from Finland is P4 0.7 seconds behind Jonah Hacks. Timo 1 is P2 0.9 seconds behind Ben Nash. Technolodite is P7 0.7 seconds behind Simon of the Desert. Timo 1 is P2 0.5 seconds behind Ben Nash. Neil Pardo entering the pits after 9 laps on streets is P8. Ben Nash is P1 on streets 0.5 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Timo 1 is P2 1.0 seconds ahead of Jonah Hex. Timo Z is P2 0.7 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Timo 1 is P4 0.8 seconds behind Ben Nash. Timo Z is P2 0.8 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Best lap is a 1:36.003. 0.264 off the fastest lap. Technolodite is P7 0.5 seconds behind Simon of the Desert. Timo Z is P2 0.9 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Timo 1 is P4 0.7 seconds behind Ben Nash. Timo Z is P2 0.6 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Timo 1 is P4 0.5 seconds behind Ben Nash. Timo Z is P2 0.9 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Timo 1 is P4 1.0 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 0.4 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Octavio 67 is P8. Timo 1 is P4 0.6 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 on streets 0.4 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Jonah Hex is P1 on streets 3.6 seconds ahead of Timo Z. Timo 1 from United Kingdom is P4 0.4 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 0.5 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Technolodite is P6 0.9 seconds behind Paul Elshner. Timo 1 is P4 0.7 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 1.5 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Technolodite is P6 1.0 seconds behind Paul Elshner. Paul Elshner is P6 0.5 seconds behind Technolodite. Technolodite from United Kingdom is P5 1.5 seconds ahead of Simon of the Desert. Ben Nash is P3 2.3 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P6 2.1 seconds behind Technolodite. Ben Nash is P3 2.5 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Jonah Hacks is P1 4.6 seconds ahead of Timo Z. Timo 1 is P4 on streets 0.7 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 0.8 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Best lap is a 1:35.957. 0.604 off the fastest lap. Octavio 67 is P8. Timo 1 is P4 0.8 seconds behind Ben Nash. Best lap is a 1:35.353. Ben Nash is P3 0.8 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P6 on streets. Timo 1 is P4 0.7 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 0.9 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P6 on streets. Timo 1 is P4 0.9 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P3 on streets 0.5 seconds ahead of Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P6. Timo 1 is P4 1.0 seconds behind Ben Nash. Ben Nash is P4 1.2 seconds behind Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P6. Timo Z is P2 2.0 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Ben Nash is P4 1.1 seconds behind Timo 1. Timo Z from Finland is P2 0.8 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Paul Elshner is P7. Ben Nash is P4 1.4 seconds behind Timo 1. Simon of the Desert is P6. Timo Z is P2 0.9 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex is P1 1.0 seconds ahead of Timo Z. Simon of the Desert from United States is P6. Paul Elshner is P7. Timo Z is P2 0.8 seconds behind Jonah Hex. Simon of the Desert is P6. Jonah Hex is P1 0.2 seconds ahead of Timo Z. The leader has just finished the race. Jonah Hex finished P1. Timo Z finished P2. Timo 1 finished P3. Ben Nash finished P4. Technolodide finished P5. Simon of the Desert finished P6. Neil Pardo finished P9. Paul Elschner from Germany finished P7. Octavio 67 is P8. Octavio 67 finished P8. Ben Nash finished P4.